Hey guys, thanks for joining me on Learn HR Payroll. Hope you're having an awesome day. Wanted to talk to you about a question I get quite a bit, whether or not I have to pay my employees for inclement weather. First, what's inclement weather? Inclement weather could be a hurricane, a flood, a tornado, snowstorm, you name it. It could be something that causes you to close your facility for the day, close early, like maybe close at noon if you opened up at 8 or 9 in the morning. It could be having you close your facility for an entire week or more. But am I required to pay my employees for that? They didn't produce any work. They're not here. They're not able to work. Am I on the hook for 40 hours that week or the additional 4 hours? And that's kind of a loaded question because it depends on if you're in a state that requires you to pay. There's several of those that are listed on shrm.org, shrm.org, along with the Department of Labor. It's under the Fair Labor Standards Act. Now, as I mentioned, FLSA, and I look out on the, internet there on SHRM or any of the other sites that I use for legal documentation, employers are only required to pay non-exempt employees for actual hours in which they perform work, which is how we started our conversation today. So traditionally, your non-exempt employees, if they're not working, they're not clocked in, they're not documenting their time on a timesheet, they're not required to be paid. Now, your exempt employees, they don't traditionally clock in or out. They're paid their standard rate, 40 hours every week. Doesn't matter if they work 40 hours, 45 hours, 60 hours, they're paid the same. You want to be creative in how you can help them find ways to do their work while they're not physically in your facility. Could you route calls to a cell phone and they could continue to do customer service, sales calls, support, etc.? Do they have a laptop or an iPad? They can continue to process transactions, work on accounts payable, process payroll, document policies, follow up on grievances. Be very creative in how people can really utilize technology to help them with business continuity during inclement weather. And many times this will be documented in a continuity plan for disaster recovery as well. So you definitely want to partner when you're writing policies, not only with IT, operations, scheduling, your suppliers, your vendors. If you're union or non-union, you're definitely going to have a clause in there that talks about act of God versus inclement weather, call-in pay, report pay. All those are going to determine whether or not you're going to have to pay those employees. The good rule of thumb is take care of your people, they take care of you. But also take care of your business. You have a bottom line that you need to meet and take care of in order to run your business and remain profitable. Also, you want to go out and take a look and make sure there hasn't been any legislation updates or talk with your legal counsel. Remember, Learn HR Payroll is not to substitute any legal advice out there. My years of experience and my own research has provided me the opportunity to share my tips and tricks and knowledge with you. But definitely do not take me as the end-all be-all. There could be different situations that mandate a different policy or requirement. In regards to deducting someone's pay, FLSA does not like for you to do that, especially when it comes to someone's guaranteed 40 hours. They're looking for the money that they worked. How can I use time to supplement their pay? Whole different story. If you decide that you want to require employees to use paid time off banks, like a PTO bank, a vacation pay, something to that regard, then as long as it's documented, signed off, and communicated, employee self-service in the handbook, whether it's in a binder you gave out during orientation, you would be able to then deduct that time from their bank to supplement their check in order to round it out to 40 hours. So I hope you don't have any of those situations where inclement weather causes your businesses not to be able to operate, but we know it happens, and you want to be able to know what to do in those particular cases. So each of you obviously need to determine what works best, but communicate with your employees, help them understand your determinations, be fair and consistent with your employees so that they remain engaged and productive and happy employees. And remember to like, share, post, ask us any questions on Learn HR Payroll, and we're excited to be here in this space to help you along your journey. Have an awesome day.